Greetings, fellow citizens of Disneyland. Brickey here. Today's adventure, let's check out the new Star Wars trading post at Downtown Disney.
We started out over here, all Legacy annual pass holders back there in that area. And the next mission is, you go in here.
$5 for the gift card plus $100 to activate it as well. Total would be $105.38.
Oh, well, how can I not do that? I'll take one of those, please.
Yeah. All right, $105.38, go ahead and insert. All right, so this top receipt is your activation.
Okay.
The bottom one is a receipt for the transaction.
Okay, thank you
There
so
go.
much, sir.
You're welcome.
This is worth $100
Yes.
now. Awesome, thank you.
You're welcome.
I have this now in my possession, which is something I've always kind of secretly wanted to own. So whatever I spend in there comes off of this, and then I can keep this this coin, if you will. And if I don't spend $100 there, I can spend it at any of the stores. So now we go and we join line number 2. Get to finally check out the new Star Wars trading post. Very excited. So I'm popping this guy open. Let me say, it is a heavy piece of metal. It is worth the $5 just to own the gift card. And I also love that it's in this nice paper stock that looks like it's silk screened, and it has all these interesting die cuts in it, so it's very cool.
I hope he's not scanning for anything in particular. This is not a rebel base. Yeah.
Well, how do you know if you don't scan? I do have to say that, like, it's all the little accoutrements that make this feel so incredibly like Batuu, right? It's all the little things that they did, which is putting this beyond what we've come to know for Downtown Disney. Is it a pandemic? Yes. Are things different? Absolutely. Does it feel exciting to get to do something new at Disneyland? You bet it does. It's just a store, but it happens to be themed around one of my favorite things ever, Star Wars. So I am next in line, and I cannot wait to just get to do something new at Downtown Disney. And I think get to see a new future for Downtown Disney.
I have to say this new sign really shows that new future. The patina in the sign, the different textures, it's perfect. A little bit of lighting, not too much to overpower it. As somebody that's been following the progress of this facade, it has really come together perfectly.
It looks so good. The big wide berth doorway is like perfect for like a hangar type vibe. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Once we all found out that Walt Disney Imagineering would be working on the design for this store, that meant we were going to get story. It also meant we were going to get details. These type of details push us into the storyline that we are in this Resistance base. All these little gadgets and their draping wires, these are here to set that stage. And everywhere that you look, you can see that they are giving up precious wall space, precious retail space, in exchange for telling us a story. And this right here, this is phenomenal. There is very little to no merchandise in this area. In the golden age of social media, this is a photo spot.
Wow, this is such Rise of the Resistance vibes.
And why this should be celebrated is this is showing the commitment to turning the stores in Downtown Disney into more of an entertainment space. This follows my narrative that we're going to see Downtown Disney become a little bit more entertainment heavy, as we know the future of Disneyland is going to be quite different.
Number 67.
This looks so good. It looks so good in real life, like to see this level of storytelling. Look at that door back there.
And if you're familiar with the old layout, that right there is the entryway into what used to be the restaurant through the aquariums, which looked just like this. Quite a glow up, huh? which would also mean that if you're hoping for a restaurant or cantina, you won't be entering through the store. And that's probably a long time away, but it is interesting that it appears that they just painted over all of that stuff. Yeah, you do what you got to do in these times. Always look up when you're in a store that Imagineering has touched. Love seeing all the helmets and masks up above. The lighting in the store is really nice to see the merchandise. This rock work couldn't be any more better suited for a wall of plush. You know, the difference between here and Batuu and like Doc Ondor's, you're not going to get animatronics. You're going to get a porg sitting on a basket full of wires. But it is storytelling, and it does make you feel like you're having a bit of a Disney experience. Not fully the park, but something better than what we have recently seen in downtown Disney. That is something that I wish that I owned. I have no space to display it. And I really would love to have this Kylo Ren helmet. Once again, have no reason, have no place to display it. But man, what a great thing to own. And I do love that there are these higher end elements. Look all up in these upper cubes above the space we just visited. You can see a Mandalorian jetpack there in the second one. Just a lot of different storytelling, and the canopy up above looks great. This is the main cash wrap area. You can see that they did a great job of using some of these areas to not only service customers, but keep the story going. It's very compartmentalized, broken up into these smaller stations. There's that big inlet in the wall back there, which they put the vault doors in. I mean, they just really did a lot of problem solving, taking a footprint that they already had and working in a new story. Post-COVID, I refuse to touch buttons. There you see a floating bassinet that the child would cruise around in. I love that detail. I wouldn't touch the buttons, but I would touch the counters.
Feels so good.
Goes to show where my design mind is at. They're like, oh, I need to know what the textures feel like, but I'm not touching the buttons. Look at this little cute display of what a nice family could look like heading off to Galaxy's Edge. This area over here on the left, my bud Philander that I was with spotted that this is basically going around where the old bar used to sit. They just covered it up with this wall. And if you think about what Star Wars looks like over in Tomorrowland, and if you think about what it looks like in Batuu, this definitely lands somewhere in the middle, in the texturing, in the storytelling, just so many great details everywhere you look. That is where I had set my expectations, and I have to say I certainly was not disappointed at experiencing this shop.
I have to say, man, it looks so good in here. I mean, obviously you can, if you knew that it was a Rainforest Cafe ahead of time, then you can kind of see where, that theme stops and this one starts. But the way that it works together, like, this is a really, really nice shopping experience. It has the vibes of when you go to like Hollywood or New York City, where they have that like premium shopping experience where everything's themed and it's, kind of more about the experience than the actual shopping. They definitely captured that, which is, I think, very welcoming. Nobody makes junk look better.
Yeah, love it with the top shelf.
Always look up.
Friends, I'm going to encourage you to watch this video to the end because there is a little bit of Disney magic that happened as I was leaving the shop. This is the best spot of the store. I love that they did that. I would encourage you to please leave a comment below. What do you think of the new Star Wars Trading Post? Please follow the channel and make sure you ring the bell so you'll always get notifications when I do my live streams at the park. And thank you so much for showing up and being on this journey with me today. I decided to take my money, and instead of buying anything in this shop, I decided to spend my money on a little bit of Disney magic.
Excuse me, sir. Are you the Obi-Wan Kenobi impersonator that talks to the kids with Yoda on your arm?
Obi-Sean is my nickname.
And you're also the one, like, you go and talk to kids and all that stuff?
Kids' hospitals and schools and libraries, military bases, things like that.
And you're also one of the brainchilds behind the Life Day, right?
My friend and I originally planned Life Day a couple of years ago. We didn't get to do it this year, unfortunately.
Yeah. It's okay that I'm filming. It's okay that I'm filming you, right?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
Did you go last?
I didn't get to go, but I thought it was one of the most magical things that I'd ever seen fans do at Disneyland, and so I wanted to give you this as a gift for being such an amazing Star Wars fan, and I know that you'll spend that better than I ever could.
There's money on here?
$100.
Are you sure?
Have fun.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, thank you. It's super cool.
Yeah, you are.
I'd shake hands.
But we're not allowed to.
Not allowed to do.
I'm Mark.
Mark?
But you are an amazing Star Wars fan,
you.
bigger than I could ever be. What's your car theme again?
It's Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter, and it's got R2 on the back and wings and things. And so find me on Facebook and send me a note. And
I will. I interviewed you back at D23 when you were in your garb 2 years
super
ago.
cool.
And you're just a very inspirational guy. So very nice to see you, man.
Super kind. Thank
Hey, man,
you so much.
get something good. You deserve
May
it.
the force be with
May
you.
the force be with you, sir.
Is it Obi-Wan?
Yes.
That felt great. Comment below if you want to see the interview that I did with Obi-Wan back at D23.
Well, friends, there we go. Created a little Disney magic for myself. As much as I would like to hold onto that coin, what am I going to do with it? And I love the shop, and I want Disney to make money off of this. And that guy, Obi-Wan, he is a tremendous Star Wars fan. He's such a great guy. And I just know that giving him that, it'll go someplace more special than I could. Friends, I hope you enjoyed my tour of the new Star Wars Trading Post. I feel like my prediction of this is beyond what we know for Downtown Disney. Not quite Disneyland, but hitting that gray space in between is going to be such a smart play for the time to come when it's just going to be a little bit harder to get back to Batuu. So friends, until the next time I see you standing underneath the spires, I'll see you back here on the channel with more Disneyland news. Thank you so much for watching.